Our playoff march continues as the Leafs dominate the Caps 7-1. Now, before I start talking about the game, I just want to mention a couple of things. First of all, Mike Komisarik's injury is a lot worse than feared. Instead of being out for 2 to 3 weeks for injured hand, he's going to be out for 2 months with a broken arm. That's not good for the Leafs, but hey, luckily they have a 7th defenseman, a.k.a. Cody Franzen, who can step in his absence. So, the other thing I wanted to say is an American investment company has approached MLSE with the interest of buying the shares that the Ontario Teachers' Pension used to have, or should I say, the majority of MLSE. Richard Petty, Larry Tenenbaum. I don't speak for every Leaf fan, but please don't sell the company to an American company, or the majority of the company to an American company. I mean, as a Leafs fan, I must say, please sell it to a Canadian company and somebody who cares more about the Leafs winning than they do about filling the seats every night at the Air Canada Centre. Although I don't think they're going to listen, but I'm hoping that won't happen. But anyways, now on to the game. And the first period starts off with a hook and dive as Semin and Steckel were both penalized, and it's a 4-on-4 situation. And in that 4-on-4 situation, Lupul picks the puck from a Washington defenseman, passes to Connolly, boom, 1-0 Leafs. And with less than a minute later, Brooks passes the blue line, shoots the puck, and somehow the Monster doesn't stop that. And it's a 1-1 tie. I don't understand what happened, but when I looked on the replay, it looked like the puck deflected off a Leafs player's stick and changed direction. I don't know which player it got deflected off of, but I know that Franzen and Lyles were both the defenders who were on the ice at the goal. But the Leafs played great throughout the first period, although they did get the majority of the shots on net against the Capitals. A lot of those shots were weak. But that's okay, because as the first period was coming to a close, Matt Fratton takes a pass from Joe Colburn, shoots and scores, and it's 2-1 Leafs. But more importantly, it's Matt Fratton's first career NHL goal. Not to mention his first career goal as a Leaf, and Joe Colburn's second career point in the NHL. Way to go, guys! And in the second period, Hendricks gets penalized, and Bolzak on the power play scores, makes it 3-1 for the Leafs. And then there was a bit of a scramble in front of the Monster. He's down on the ice, and he gets the puck underneath his left pad, but I didn't quite get the name of the player of the Caps who poked his stick at his left leg. The puck was nudged free and went into the back of the net, but the referee had already blown the whistle, and the play was dead, so there was no goal in that situation. But later, Phil Kessel scores to make it 4-1 Leafs. And then Vokun was yanked in favor of Michael Neuwirth, and then Gunnarsson gets penalized. Leafs kill off that penalty, but Franzen gets penalized for cross-checking. That's a bit of a questionable call. It looks more like a gentle nudge than a cross-check. But Alexander Ovechkin, on that penalty, he tries to get a little sneaky and tries to sneak himself over to the right side of the net, and the Monster was completely covering the left side, which left the right side open, but the Monster saw him sneak over, and he slid himself to the right side to stop Ovechkin from scoring. As he took a pass, the Monster stopped him dead. And that was a great goaltending performance by the Monster. I hope that stop was the TSN highlight of the night, because lately they've been well, never mind. Anyways, Ovechkin gets another opportunity, but he's standing there, and the Monster is facing him down, and it's more like, what do you think you're doing? I am the Monster! You think you can score on me? No, don't hurt me, don't hurt me, I passed the puck, see? But if you guys saw the replay, it looked a lot like that. He was just staring at him. Ah! Ah! But anyways, things went from bad to worse for the Capitals as Backstrom got penalized for cross-checking. That was another questionable call, and he argued with the referee, and he made the mistake of using foul language, and so he's off for 4 minutes. Cross-checking and unsportsmanlike conduct, and this benefited the Leafs as Lupul scores to make it 5-1 for the Leafs on the power play, and Eriksson gets penalized, and it's a 5-on-3 opportunity for the Leafs, and unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on the 5-on-3, but as the 4-minute penalty ended, Cody Franson from the blue line scores his first goal as a Leaf, and it's 6-1 Leafs going into the third. I am proud of Franson because he's been sitting in the press box for so many games, and he finally is looking at getting a lot of minutes on the ice. So what does he do? He rewards the Leafs with a goal. Now, in the third period, the score was pretty much the same. The Leafs took a couple penalties, one from Dupuis and one from Dion Phaneuf, who just shot the puck out, and it was a delay of game. He just looked really tired. Now, Ovechkin, there was a situation where Ovechkin sort of got the puck, but the play was whistled dead again, so he was denied his first goal in God who knows how many long games. And, wow. I mean, the monster owned Ovechkin all night long. I mean, other than the Brooks Light goal, he dominated the Capitals, and even though the Capitals were pretty much out of it when it became 6-1, wow, he really showed the Leafs why they should have confidence in him and why he should be the backup to James Reimer and maybe one day start for the Leafs as their starting goaltender. But anyways, crowd got penalized, and after that, Shen and Chimera got into a fight which looked more like a wrestling match, but Luke Shen won that fight, and they both got some minors, but they were fighting, so didn't really affect the game at all. Now, Franson got penalized just as the game ended, but whether or not the Caps managed to score on that power play, it didn't really matter. Well, it didn't really matter much because the Leafs were up 6-1 and there was like 3 minutes left. So what were they going to do? Score a goal? How the heck was that going to affect them? I mean, it's not like they were going to score 7 goals in 1 minute. But anyways, David Steckel, as the penalty was winding down for the Caps, he goes on a bit of a breakaway with a couple of other Leaf players and scores to make it 7-1 for the Leafs. That goal pretty much said, thanks for nothing. I mean, Steckel was with the Caps for 6 years until he was traded to New Jersey, and wow. Anyways, he still is first in the NHL in face-offs at 62%, although the question is whether or not he will still be dominant in the NHL in terms of face-offs once Crosby gets back. But anyways, this is the first of back-to-back games, and the Leafs start a road trip tomorrow night, starting in Carolina, and, wow, or should I say tonight, depends on when you see this video blog, but it's going to be the first of 4 games on the road for the Leafs, and the Leafs will not see any more action at home until they face the Bruins on November 30th. So, until after Sunday night's game, or tonight's game, I should say, go Leafs, go!